It's a beautiful May evening in South Texas. San Antonio FC back at Toyota Field after playing the last 2 weeks on the road. They welcome in Fresno FC for tonight's USL matchup. Welcome, everyone, upstairs to the broadcast booth, along with St. Mary's University head coach Matt Barnes. I'm Dan Weiss. Great to have you with us here this evening. Matt, San Antonio FC went on the road to the West Coast to take on both these Foxes and Las Vegas Lights. They had only scored 4 times in their first 6 games of the season, but last Friday night in Sin City, the offense really opened up for Darren Powell's club.
Yeah, absolutely, and coming back with 4 points was key. You can see here, once they're in Las Vegas, once they start scoring and open up that door, they just keep flowing. And the guys did a great job attacking, and I think we even finish off with a fantastic penalty kick coming up right here from Rafa, and kind of seals the deal for SAFC in Las Vegas.
Rafa Castillo gets his 10th goal all-time with San Antonio FC, and for San Antonio FC, they got some contributions from some of their newest players, including a player who they're counting on to really pick it up offensively for this season. Jose Escalante played the last 2 years with the Rio Grande Valley FC Toros, also some experience with Houston Dynamo in Major League Soccer.
That's right. They're going to have to count on him tonight to continue that scoring threat going forward, and I think he's going to play a key role in tonight's match.
And if you take a look at Fresno FC, who comes into tonight's match with a USL best 7-game unbeaten streak. They lost their first game as an expansion club, but now have gone on this nice 7-game unbeaten run. Jamal Johnson, 15-year veteran, is a guy that San Antonio FC will have to focus on defensively tonight.
That's right. We talked about it before, but for a first-year franchise to come out, they're very, very hard to beat. They've done a great job in the beginning of the season, and Jamal Johnson's a fantastic player. We'll have to keep an eye on him tonight.
35 goals for Jamal Johnson, who, even though he's a little bit up there in age, one-time Manchester United Academy product. Matt, tonight for San Antonio FC, back here at home where they've played 3 times this year. What's key for them in establishing some home field presence early on in this match?
I think scoring goals. They're coming off a game where they had 3 goals, and it's just a matter of time before Darren Powell and his staff start figuring this out, and they'll start putting them in the back of the net. I know a lot of people are probably projecting a 0-0 or a 1-1 draw tonight, but I think they're going to crack open the seal and get a couple tonight for the home fans. That'd be really good for them.
The home fans on hand for the Cinco de Mayo matchup here tonight. The supporters out in full force, and San Antonio FC and Fresno FC coming up after the break.
Hey, what do you think that sign says?
Eat more what is
Well, it's the start of a word. Something like eat more cheese or eat more chili.
chocolate? Eat more chocolate.
No, it's chowder.
Chimichangas. Cheesecake.
Chewing gum. It could be chewing gum.
That's not how you spell chicken.
Chicken Minis, the Chick-fil-A chicken you love, for breakfast.
Corner stores are proudly becoming Circle K, home of the Polar Pop Cup. That's right, you can enjoy any size Polar Pop Cup filled to the brim with your favorite flavor for just 79 cents at any corner store. Nothing stays cold longer, and the Polar Pop Cup is the best way to quench your thirst. Stay refreshed all day long for just 79 cents. Corner store, proudly becoming Circle K.
I've been an HEB truck driver for over 40 years and driven more than 3 million miles. I've seen a lot of wide open spaces and beautiful Texas places. It's the best job ever. All 700 of our friendly truck drivers are committed to getting fresh products to the store every single day. In fact, HEB drivers make more than 12,000 deliveries every week because Texas families need us, so we always deliver. This is the Delivered Fresh department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
When it needs to be ultra exciting, high flying, non-stop action, San Antonio FC Soccer's got you covered. When it needs to be high performing, hard working, high tech, super safe, built for comfort, and surprisingly affordable, Holt Cat has got you covered. With best-in-class cat heavy equipment, engines, generators, and more, plus legendary service and support, and the largest parts inventory and distribution network in Texas. Kick it into high gear with Holt Cat.
Let's look at Toyota Field. venue for tonight's USL matchup. San Antonio FC taking on Fresno FC, along with Matt Barnes and our entire crew. I'm Dan Weiss. Great to have you along this evening. First match at home for San Antonio FC in 3 weeks. Last game here was April 14th, a 3-0 loss against Orange County SC. Let's take a look at our starting 11s tonight for both sides. Let's start with the Foxes of Fresno FC, 2-1-5. They currently sit 8th in the Western Conference coming into play tonight. We mentioned Jamal Johnson earlier in the broadcast, but Matt in a 4-4-2 formation. No Juan Pablo Caffa for them tonight, and that's key. He was injured last week in a game against Phoenix. Mario Dio took a red card in that one, so Caffa being out obviously is a big loss for them.
Yeah, he's such a fantastic player and dynamic player. It's going to really change the dynamics of this side tonight.
You see Kyle Rainish in net, 34-year-old veteran, who spent a lot of time as a third keeper in Major League Soccer. The starting 11 for San Antonio FC tonight in their traditional 4-2-3-1 formation, but the difference tonight, no Ever Guzman, no Connor Presley, who both played last week against Las Vegas. Both were injured. Guzman actually got injured on the goal that he scored early in the match, so we'll see in the formation tonight featuring Omar Gordon. And how about this? The 19-year-old Alex Bruce will make his first career start in the number 9 spot tonight. What a treat for him.
Yeah, it's going to be a treat for all of us. This kid's dynamic. He's big, strong, kind of a traditional number 9 striker up top. I saw him get some minutes last time they were here, and he did a great job. Excited to watch him play tonight.
Diego Restrepo has started every match for San Antonio FC, much to the delight of that gentleman, Darren Powell, in his 3rd year with San Antonio FC, an all-time record of 29, 17, 22, and here at home, 16 wins, just 6 losses in 2+ seasons. Adam Smith is the first-year head coach for these Foxes from Fresno FC. He was an assistant with Paul Buckle for the last 3 years in Sacramento. No surprise, he has brought over 5 players that have some ties to Sacramento Republic. They're also an affiliate as well of the Vancouver Whitecaps this year as a first-year club, and they're going to actually feature on their back end tonight Justin Fittis, who was the 17th overall pick in the Major League Soccer Super Draft this past spring, will feature tonight here for Fresno in his debut. We are underway at Toyota Field, again, along with Matt Barnes and our entire crew. I'm Dan Weiss. Great to have you along. San Antonio FC in their home black kits trimmed in red and white, and the Foxes in their away white kits trimmed in blue and what they call Fresno red, or Fuego red, I should say, as kind of a homage to their PDL franchise, the Fresno Fuego, who also have 5 players on this roster at one time were members of the Fresno Fuego. San Antonio FC was always dangerous on home field, but their last outing here against Orange County was something of an anomaly. Losing 3-0 was their largest loss in 3 seasons here at Toyota Field.
Dan, you mentioned the Fresno Fuego, and that just shows the importance of what the role the PDL plays in the USL hierarchy right now. So 5 of those guys going from the PDL up to the USL. It's great to see.
Michael Radchuk's our center referee tonight. Working along with him, Francisco Bermudez and Diego Blas, and Alfredo Mejia is the 4th official. Here's Jamal Johnson on the attack with a first attempt, and he sends it over goal. In the last meeting between these two clubs, which was 2 Sundays ago at Chikansky Park in downtown Fresno, the Foxes outshot San Antonio FC 19-8 in that match. Game finished as a 0-0 draw, Matt, but Diego Restrepo, 6 saves. He was fantastic in that game for San Antonio FC. He's been unreal, and some of the saves he's been pulling off have absolutely been incredible in keeping San Antonio in the game. Hopefully we'll see him in that form tonight as well. Well, Restrepo, 8 goals allowed in the season, comes into tonight with a 1.14 goals against average. And to the outside, Noah Verhoeven, 19-year-old out of the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy. As we mentioned, the affiliation between Fresno and Vancouver, whose USL team from a year ago, Whitecaps 2, no longer in existence. So Vancouver has had to place their players now with Fresno. Pedro Ribeiro. And he'll draw the foul. Ribeiro, former Philadelphia Union and Orlando City midfielder. Hey, boy, he had one of the goals of the season in the USL a couple of weeks ago against Tulsa, scoring from distance. Here's the aforementioned Fittis. or to the outside, cross to the top of the 6, and it's defended away by the captain, Ryan Rochandel, result in the first corner of the match here for Fresno.
You see right away, Dan, that Fresno's, pressing up higher, and San Antonio's given the ball away twice, and one's led to a shot, and the last giveaway's already led to a corner kick. So they're going to have to be careful how they hold the ball and play out of the back tonight.
Now Fresno plays a traditional high line out of the back, and now you add a guy like Fittis, who he was the fastest player in the 30-meter dash at the Combine this past spring. And so he gives them an added dimension now on the right side tonight as well. Danny Barrera, former Republic midfielder, their all-time leader in assists, chips it into the box. His play outside, great save by Restrepo. San Antonio FC appealing for the flag that stayed down, and Restrepo makes an outstanding stop here in the 4th minute.
See that ball clipped over. He sure looked offsides from here. I don't have the the best angle on it, but I'd have to agree with the San Antonio boys. Another fantastic save.
Johnson will take the corner. This is a good in-swing delivery to the near post, and we'll do the corner again as it's headed away from San Antonio's net. Well, already a big attack by the road squad here in the opening minutes of this one. They're about to take their 3rd corner of the match here already in the 5th minute of play. And again, Matt, we mentioned Fresno outshot San Antonio in that game 19-8. They had the better of the chances, and it really was the play of Diego Restrepo that allowed San Antonio FC to come out with that point. And once again, we see early on Restrepo doing his part. This one to the top of the 6 headed away. It'll be chased down by Agustin Casares. And San Antonio FC will finally get some possession here. And here they go on the counter upfield. Bruce leaves it for Cochran, and a good challenge coming out of the back here. And now Fresno on the counter with Barrera. Slips it to Johnson, back outside, Danny Barrera.
Well, I'd like to see Bruce hold that ball and let somebody run off of him there.
Once again to the top of the 6, parried away there by Restrepo. And a San Antonio FC defender in the box down. As Restrepo will come as well. That's Rochandel, who's down on the pitch, and you see Restrepo as well a little shaken up. Ooh, that was a knee-on-knee collision there, maybe.
Yeah, that ball got whipped in there pretty good, and I could tell right away when he landed he took a knock.
Restrepo trying to shake it off, and Rochandel remains down on the pitch. So Ryan Rochandel in his 3rd season with San Antonio FC, first year as captain. Tonight making his 39th appearance in USL play and his 26th appearance with San Antonio FC. Just beyond everything else he does for this organization, from his work with the academy to his work from a couple of years ago, even up here in the broadcast booth, the consummate professional, the consummate team player.
Yeah, absolutely. He stepped in and just done a great job on the back line this year, and he's played very well. And Dan, this may be okay, this little stoppage in play, because Fresno's got off to a pretty furious start here, and I'm hoping Darren and the staff are able to take a breather here and get things sorted and figure out, the pressure that Fresno's putting on them right now and find a little bit better way to deal with that.
It's already involved one big stop from Diego Restrepo, and Ryan Rochandel is up on his feet, appears to be okay. San Antonio FC will try, as you mentioned, Matt, to collect themselves here on what is a gorgeous night at Toyota Field. Temperatures in the low 80s, light breeze out of the northeast, low humidity. I mean, this is Chamber of Commerce weather in San Antonio here in early May.
That's right. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. Our fans are out in full force, and I'm sure the Fire Squad Fresno's happy about the start they're watching on the road here.
This will be a goal kick here for San Antonio as they get back to action. Ryan Felix, a Rochester Rhino. Of course, in that center back spot, was once occupied a year ago by Sebastian Ibiaga, who's now up with NYC FC. Felix was actually on trial this spring with NYC FC, and that's how he came to be known by Darren Powell and the staff down here. Pekka will absorb the contact, and San Antonio FC will regroup. Guadarrama will find Omar Gordon, second start of the season for Gordon. And again, he's in the spot tonight of Connor Presley, who left the game late last week in Las Vegas, a lower body injury. Gordon whips it into the box. Alex Bruce, can he get to it? A little bit of miscommunication there inside the area. Fresno will clear it out of danger. Once again, it's Gordon for Pekka. To the outside, Bruce looking in Guadarrama's direction and deflected away by Ramon Del Campo.
Much better from San Antonio. That pairing out there with Gordon and King is could be lethal. Hopefully they'll rely on those guys with their pace and playing ability to do some damage tonight.
Sonny Guadarrama, who assisted on the goal scored by Ever Guzman that opened the scoring in Las Vegas last week, will take the corner. Whips it to the outside of the area. Rafa Castillo just missing. But a beautiful touch from right at the top of the box on the left side.
Yeah, this ball's driven in really well, and Rafa just takes a rip at it from the top of the box with his left foot. Unlucky that didn't hit the frame. It was a great strike.
Our shot attempt for San Antonio FC. As Gordon goes down, and the foul will actually be on Sonny Guadarrama. Pedro Ribeiro gets back up to his feet. So Fresno FC won their first game as a franchise back on March 28th at Seattle. It has run off this, or it started this stretch of 7 straight unbeaten games. And the only time that they have been held without a goal was a game against San Antonio a couple of Sundays ago. They come into tonight tied for 9th in the West in goal differential, tied for 9th overall in the USL, 10 goals. Corner again coming up here for Fresno already, their 4th of the match. This is a team that can score, dangerous, as we've seen early on, even in spite of being without their captain, Juan Pablo Caffa.
Yeah, dynamic group. They just got to show that they can get the ball past Restrepo, huh? has really been their only obstacle against San Antonio FC. Johnson delivers it to the top of the 6, cleared out by San Antonio, and here they go on the counter. Once again, this is where they found their offense in Las Vegas last week, but unable to get up to the ball is Omar Gordon. Kyle Rainish sending forward. Rainish has spent time as the 3rd keeper in Major League Soccer in Salt Lake City, Chicago, New York Red Bulls, and last year with the expansion Atlanta United franchise before signing with the Foxes this year. In fact, for Rainish, tonight just his 43rd game since 2007. Not a lot of activity for him. Sometimes it just takes finding the right place and the right staff to figure it out.
But a poor job by Felix that opens it up here, and Restrepo again comes out and takes it away from Rodolfo. So Felix, a poor touch on the ball trying to bring it down. Rodolfo was open in space, and my bat simply looked like he just fumbled it away.
Yeah, just bad timing from Felix. And again, Restrepo just saves the day. Looks like he might have got hit in the face a little bit on that run through. But I'll tell you what, Fresno's going to look back at that one and wish they would have put that away. That's a freebie, and another great job from the goalkeeper.
Diego Restrepo's twice already had contact in the box. The first time from his own teammate Ryan Rashandel, and now Rodolfo gets him. Man, oh man, it has been a tough first quarter hour for San Antonio FC on the defense and back on their heels. And the visitors from the Central Valley of California have had some glorious chances early on in the match.
Yeah, and you just like to see in that spot, your center backs making sure they're reading the visual cues of the game and keeping their depth there, so they don't have to chase that ball backwards too much.
Darnell King trying to make the run up the far side, taken away here by Fresno. And back it'll come to Bradley Camden Feo. Actually was a teammate last year of Ryan Felix playing in Rochester. Ribeiro. As Barrera tries to make the run, and the ball over the top of both him and Ryan Rashandel. Settled back by Restrepo. Restrepo with an overall record 16-7-12. 36 all-time appearances for San Antonio FC, 14 clean sheets. Last year's goalkeeper of the year in USL play is Johnson, a little over-aggressive with a contact there on Greg Cochran. And it seems like we get a nightly dosage of highlight reel saves by Diego Restrepo. Particularly, talked about it, Matt, as of late. He's just been excellent, and it's almost as if the game against Orange County just simply an aberration, not only for him but for the team obviously as well.
Yeah, for sure. I thought that was San Antonio's best game of the year, and I didn't think the 3-0 loss was indicative of the game at all. I thought they played really well that night.
Castillo playing the long ball, but Alex Bruce can't catch up to it. Alex Bruce, we talked about making his first ever start tonight, his third game. 19 years old. He played at Tompkins High School. It's just outside of Katy, Texas. Scored 40 goals, 3 seasons there. Escalante, first time we mentioned him tonight on the outside. He'll draw a throw in for San Antonio FC. Jose Escalante, 22 years of age. 8 goals, got his first with San Antonio FC last week. And tonight making his 42nd appearance in the USL. He's on loan from his Honduras club. 7 goals in 37 career games over 2 years with Rio Grande Valley FC.
You know, he also created the penalty last week, so very influential in the game in Las Vegas.
Verhoeven, Pedro Ribeiro, and a bad ball taken away by Omar Gordon. Gordon with speed and space into the box, tries to slip it to Bruce, and defended away by Del Campo. It'll be a throw-in for San Antonio FC. Well, I'm not sure either coach expected this many chances, perhaps in the first 17 minutes tonight.
It's pretty wide open at this point.
Rodolfo will send it forward. Rashandel will bring it down. And again, we'll try to stabilize San Antonio FC on their side of the field here as Restrepo will turn it to the outside for Greg Cochran. 72nd career game for Cochran in San Antonio. Club's all-time leader in games played and minutes. Has been a stalwart on that left flank ever since the club's inception back in 2016. Cochran laying in the direction there of Escalante, but taken back down by Fittis, who will draw contact and a foul. Fittis was just sent on loan, as we said, from Vancouver earlier this week. Played collegiately at the University of Washington. He's on loan for the rest of the season here to Fresno. 4 other players out of that Whitecaps 2 squad from a year ago, including Noah Vanderhoven, Matthew Baldissimo, Taryn Campbell. As well as their assistant coach, Robert Earnshaw, is now the assistant coach here in Fresno too. So You know, a lot of ties between Sacramento. You got a lot of ties between the PDL team, the Fresno Fuego, and now with the affiliation with Vancouver, ties to that group too. So that's really how you build your expansion team when you're a first-year club.
Yeah, and Frank, you know, Yalp's done a good job as a GM there, putting a first-year team together, because clearly they're not, you know, they're not playing like a first-year franchise at all.
Escalante, and was looking for the foul, and instead it'll be a throw in the other way.
San Antonio's starting to, you know, string some passes together, but when they're, you know, when they're trying to get the ball forward, it's just not connecting well. So I like what they're trying to do, Dan. I just think they need to try to build through that midfield stripe a little bit cleaner. I think once they do that, they'll start opening up the game for themselves. But you can see right away they're starting to connect passes, which is much better for them.
Well, their passing accuracy coming into play tonight, very good, 77%. Here's a good run on the outside. Ball into the box.
There it is.
What a textbook finish from the 19-year-old Alex Bruce. His first goal, and San Antonio FC on the board, 1-0.
Fantastic goal, and that's exactly what we're talking about there, Dan. You can see how they're connecting passes in the attacking half of the field, and that's what leads to goals. So it's a great through ball, breaking that line, and what a great ball across the face of the goal, and the young kid puts it away in his first start. Great start.
Darnell King again up the right flank, who assisted in the game in Vegas on the goal scored by Escalante, sets up this one for Bruce. And San Antonio FC on the board at home in the 20th minute. So absorbing the Fresno attack, and Alex Bruce is on the board for the first time.
What a great feeling for a 19-year-old to score in front of this crowd in his debut start. Great job.
It's Darnell King's third assist of the season. And again, not to take away from the job by Sonny Guadarrama in the midfield there to send Darnell King off to the races. So Bruce inserted into Ever Guzman's spot of the number 9 role for San Antonio FC up top, and he delivers. As San Antonio FC scores the opening goal for the second straight match. Matt, they had played the first 6 games of the season and had not scored the first goal, which was very unlike them a year ago, where they scored first 19 times en route, of course, to what was a phenomenal year, a 17-win season.
That's right, but new season, new team, and like I said, Darren Powell and Andy Thompson, those guys are great coaches, and they're gonna, you know, they're gonna figure it out, keep working on this, and you can just see the growth in this team over the last few weeks in this short, you know, front end of the season.
Some good footwork from Escalante as he'll send it in Cochran's direction. Cochran, a good challenge there coming from the outside from Fittis. It'll be a throw-in for San Antonio FC. San Antonio FC can now really do what they do best, play with the lead. Only one time a year ago did they lose in a game where they scored first, and unfortunately it was the final game of the season that ended their playoff run here at Toyota Field against Oklahoma City. Pecco will return it to Rochandle and Castillo as he slips this one through to Escalante. Guadarrama to the outside. Guadarrama into the area, and again Alex Bruce making the run to the top of the 6, but this one beyond him.
This is what you want to see. You're starting to see Rafa and Pekka connect passes and starting to dominate that center of the park, and I think that's when San Antonio's at their best. They're moving off the ball well, and they're connecting passes with each other specifically.
And Sonny Guadarrama is not really your normal 10 in this 4-2-3-1 formation. He'll play out on the outside of the wing, and you know, with his skill level too, he gives you another dynamic player there for Darren Powell on the outside.
That's right. They need to find a way to connect with him between the lines here, and that's going to be another, you know, important aspect and something I'm sure they'll talk about, you know, when they go into halftime.
Cooper, as he tries to send this one into the box and defend it away. It'll be a throw in here for Fresno. Well, the Foxes came out buzzing in the San Antonio FC third of the field here in the first 10 minutes of the match. Had two glorious opportunities to open the scoring, both denied by Diego Restrepo, and San Antonio FC able to take advantage of the Foxes' inability to convert. Here's Gordon. This back was broken up, and Ribeiro now. We play on as Rodolfo goes down. And now the foul called. And Rodolfo, after he was tackled at midfield.
Seeing some dynamic running from Gordon tonight too. Just inverting that run from the right flank all the way in.
Here's that challenge on Rodolfo. There's Ryan Felix coming in from behind.
Yeah, you'd have to argue that that could have been a foul there. Should have been.
Fresno does get the free kick, though, here. Barrera lifts it into the box, and it was taken there by Johnson, but away from goal, so San Antonio FC will have the goal kicker. Rodolfo, rather. Darnell King loses possession on the outside, but the Foxes turn it back over. Darnell King, who played last 2 years in Tampa Bay. And with the early assist on the goal by Alex Bruce. It's delivered back across, and Escalante will track it down. Cochran trying to slip it back to Rafa Castillo, and it steps up to knock it over the touchline. Johnson lifts it forward. Felix brings it down. San Antonio FC able to work back to Felix. Will play to the outside to Darnell King. Gordon. And better organization here for San Antonio FC now. Already with a 1-0 lead. Bruce. Guadarrama. Bruce. Nice ball to the outside. Escalante. Slips it back into the area. Well defended there by Fresno coming back. And no doubt San Antonio FC's got the Foxes now back on their heels here over the last few minutes.
They do, and that 4-4-2, those two blocks are a little bit loose right now. I'm sure Fresno's going to want to tighten those up and get pressure on the ball a little bit quicker, because San Antonio is really starting to move the ball in the attacking third and playing through those lines just like that.
Castillo, long run for Escalante. He gets to the end of it, but delivers it to section 114, except instead of where he was looking to go, on frame.
It's a great idea from Rafa here, and the ball just gets away from him just a tad, but good idea from the center of the park.
Cochran skies over Johnson to push it forward before the Foxes will send it back upfield into the San Antonio FC third of the field. And now Fresno trying to go forward quickly here. Danny Barrera back into the middle. Settled underneath, turned to the left side, Sasadas. Delivered into the area. Johnson going to hunt this one down. Now going on a one-on-one there against Cochran as he sends it forward. Defended out by San Antonio FC. Sasadas. Sasadas in the spot where Jamal Johnson usually would be. Johnson going to the outside tonight and pushing forward up top with Rodolfo in the absence of Juan Pablo Caffa for the Foxes this evening. Caffa of a year ago, 9 goals in Tulsa, helping them get to the postseason for the first time in franchise history. Their first ever captain, Kyle Rainish, tonight is the designated captain here for the Foxes. Here's Barrera. And good challenge there by Felix, able to win away the ball for San Antonio FC. Had Barrera trapped over there in the corner. Ryan Felix, his 4th season, 24 years of age. And last year playing in Rochester. 2nd team All-USL player. The flag goes up this time on Cooper.
You can see the frustration level for Fresno starting to rise a little bit. But they also have to know they're one of the better teams we've seen this year at creating chances, and they're just going to have to figure out ways to put those chances away when they get them.
2 early ones. Rodolfo in open space, a 1v1 against Restrepo that Restrepo ended up winning the battle on. After Restrepo made an unbelievable save in the opening minutes of the match. Keep the game scoreless. Guadarrama. This will play to the outside. Here's Escalante. Will take Fittis wide. Nice job by the youngster Fittis, keeping Escalante to the outside.
Fittis has been very good tonight. I think he's won almost every one-on-one duel he's been in. Really impressed with his play so far.
Bruce goes down to the area, but there will be no call. And now the foul on Pekka on Ribeiro. We're through the first half hour of the match here at Toyota Field. San Antonio FC scoring in the 20th minute. The goal by Alex Bruce. Set up by Darnell King. Bruce making his first ever start. I mentioned his 40 goals at Tompkins High School, just outside of Houston, and then played 29 games with the Houston Texans Academy. They won the national championship for the under-17, under-18s a year ago. Bruce had 17 goals in 29 games. He's actually originally born in Newcastle, England. Moved stateside as a youngster. No surprise, Matt started playing the game at a very young age, 5. And obviously has carried on great talent here. And now putting it on display for San Antonio FC is a little bit more here between Guadarrama and Ribeiro.
You know, Dan, there's been a lot of talk lately about the kids in the DA not being able to play in high school. So it's nice to see a kid having some success at this level that's made the choice to play high school and have that experience.
Omar Gordon. Just a dangerous back pass there. Felix, though, will get it over to Rishandel. Cochran. Pekka. And a foul by Rodolfo. San Antonio FC, we talked about their passing accuracy. Very good here to start the season. 77% coming into tonight's match. And Matt, they've also been a good possession team, 51% in the top third of the league right now. And unfortunately, up until last week in Las Vegas, that hadn't led to a lot of goals for them.
No, but they're playing the right way, and they're trying to do the right thing and stick to their style and the way Darren wants them to play. So that's really what I like to see. It's early in the season, and they're doing the right thing. And statistically, teams that hold the ball a little bit better are going to be, more likely to win games.
Sasades with a hard challenge there. The outside as Omar Gordon went down. And Omar Gordon, it was a revelation with the San Antonio FC attack when he joined the club last year in August. Scored, but he had 23 shots, which was fourth on the team, even though he only played in 10 regular season games. Steele whips this one into the box, and boy, it went right by everyone and just missed the outside post of Kyle Rainish.
That's a good ball from Rafa. It's such a difficult ball to deal with when you have a guy whipping an in-swinging ball in like that.
Johnson went for the challenge, and San Antonio FC will earn the throw in here as we cross into the 36th minute at Toyota Field, and evening turning into dusk. San Antonio FC, the light has still been on, though, for their offense. Now, 4 goals here in the last 2 matches after 4 in their first 6. And a 1-0 lead over the Foxes here late in the first half. Rodolfo will earn the 5th corner for Fresno. This will be their first, though, since the opening 10 minutes, though.
Well, Felix and Rishandel have been very good in the box dealing with balls that have been served in. So let's hope they keep, tracking those down, putting their head on them.
Good ball to the back post and over the head of Ribeiro. Sasades practices in the opposite corner and right on frame of the tough angle. And that's easily brought down by Diego Restrepo. Diego hearing the chants. Usually those are chants would be to, I guess, mock the goalie, but these are in support of the hometown keeper.
He's feeling the love right now, and his play's showing it.
Cochran stride for stride there with Johnson, wouldn't let him get to the ball. And San Antonio FC here with the throw in. And again, San Antonio FC, just the way that Darren Powell has built this club over the last 3 years. Very tough to come back against, but also very tough to come back against in this building too. The San Antonio FC, as we mentioned, rarely when they have the lead have they not come out with anything in terms of points. Barrera, the offside flag is up on him.
We've really seen the confidence rise in San Antonio's last 20-25 minutes.
Danny Barrera played 3 seasons with the Sacramento Republic, 62 games, 8-year professional. You mentioned it's their all-time leader in assists. 16 of them over those 3 years came along with Adam Smith, who got his first ever pro head coaching job here in Fresno under, as you mentioned, the general manager, Frank Yallop. Yallop was the former head coach at Arizona United before they became Phoenix Rising. Took the job in Fresno. This is going to be a goal kick here awarded to Kyle Rainish. And not surprising, you know, for a coach in Smith to come over. You know, he's going to bring the guys that he's familiar with. And to his credit, he was able to bring several over from what is a very good Sacramento Republic team.
That's right. Anytime you're going to build a team, you want people around you that you trust. So he's clearly got some trust in several of these players. And, you know, like we've talked about all night, Fresno's off to a fantastic start for a first-year franchise.
The card will go up on Ribeiro in the 39th minute for the challenge on Rafa Castillo. Pedro Ribeiro is now sitting on 4 yellow cards this season. One away from a 1-game suspension.
Nice work from Rafa there with the little shoulder feint to the right and carry the ball back up the field. They got him. Deserved a yellow there.
Castillo broke through Camden Feo, but couldn't get past the back line. Gordon turns back to the inside. Just to slip this one. Nice play there by Pekka, getting it back here to Sonny Guadarrama, who will reset things here for San Antonio FC. As you talked about, Matt, their confidence building here as this half has gone along. Darnell King, Gordon, can't get around the defense there of Camden Feo. Guadarrama again along the outside into the box. Defended out, Cooper. Sending it upfield. Brought down by San Antonio FC. They'll switch ends here. Castillo for Cochran. Back to Rafa. Escalante. Castillo. And unfortunate, Cochran was unable to work the give and go there. And Fittis will draw the foul, and a card will go up here, it appears, as Pekka is going to go into the books in the 41st minute for the challenge on Fittis.
Yeah, Pekka's been breaking everything up tonight. Just mistimes his tackle here. Unfortunate. He's reading the game really well right now, though, you have to say, and he's connecting all of his passes. And that's that's a smart foul in a good spot if you have to do it.
Talked about the speed of Fittis, and yeah, he has been really good tonight on that right flank. And talk about if you're going to take a yellow in that spot, Fittis with some daylight up there. Pekka takes his 3rd yellow of the season. So Pekka sitting on a yellow, Ribeiro sitting on a yellow. Ironically, both the holding midfielders here in the match. Verhoeven returning it here. Sasadas to the outside is Cooper. Cooper to the area. Brought down. Headed wide of goal. That's some good combination. That finish with Barrera getting an opportunity going up top. But he put it wide of the frame.
There's a good ball into the box. And with, under 5 minutes to go here, you want to see San Antonio start holding on to the ball and decreasing those attacking chances.
Felix. Now reverse course with Rodolfo. Staring at him. Castillo. Looks in Darnell King's direction. Nice touch to Omar Gordon playing forward. Camden Feo will come back on the ball, and now it's Fresno on the counter. Upfield with it is Verhoeven. Trying to swing back to the outside, and he'll be awarded possession. Cooper will take the throw in here for Fresno. Verhoeven. Ribeiro. Good touch to the outside. It's Johnson in the area. And well defended. Escalante got a piece of that one.
It's a really slick ball from Verhoeven there. You can see Johnson. Maybe you'd like to see him get up that ball off his foot a tad quicker.
Noah Verhoeven, just 18 years of age. Fittis' ball, defended out, and a throw in. Verhoeven, another one of those Vancouver Whitecap Academy products. Like one game a season ago with Whitecaps too. He's one of the better players coming out of their residency program in Vancouver, which has been among the best in Major League Soccer over the years since he came into the ranks of MLS. Has obviously really brought out the talent of Canadian soccer as well. A little tug on the back there of Cooper, but well, let's see. It wasn't initially going to be called a foul, and now we are going to get the whistle. But it's going to be outside the box.
That's more good work from Verhoeven there as well. He attacks that end line really well. Yeah, it's a good call from the referee. Pekka had a hold of his uniform there and just outside the box.
So an odd spot here. Basically 1-2 feet off the byline, right on the edge of the box. Almost a half corner, if you want to say. Back post comes, and a foul on Del Campo. Going up top, trying to get over Felix there for the ball.
That's good. Another good job from Felix. His positioning's been great. Put his head on that ball right there again in the box. I think he's been superb in the box in this first half.
An early miscue for Felix on a touch that led to the opportunity for Rodolfo, but has done well for himself here over the last 30 minutes. And going to get a substitute here for, or excuse me, 3 minutes stoppage time. So 3 minutes added time. With a lot of that coming from the collision between Rashandel and Restrepo. It was in the early minutes. Oh, another nice move to the inside. Verhoeven into the box. Sasadas. And it was deflected, and it ended up back to Diego Restrepo. Now, if you're Fresno and you're Adam Smith going into halftime here, even though you're down one, you've had probably more of the opportunities, I would say, in the first half.
Yeah, I think you go into the locker room, you know, with pretty upbeat in this instance. You know, you've given up a goal, but you've created a ton of chances, and it's just a matter of staying in this game and not letting it get away from you.
Guadarrama going over the top, but Alex Bruce couldn't break free. He's got the lone goal of the match. The 20th minute, Bruce giving San Antonio FC the 1-0 lead that they currently enjoy. We're in stoppage time here in the first half. Camden Feo. Castillo. Couldn't find Escalante. Back upfield, Restrepo. Let this one roll out of bounds. Coming up at the half, we'll recap the first 45 minutes here this evening. Take a look at highlights, numbers. We'll have the USL Blakedown coming up as well.
San Antonio just needs to make sure they're getting numbers behind the ball and cleaning up this first half.
Johnson will get under it. Fittis, the back post. Arno King will make sure it doesn't go any further. It does result in the 6th corner of the match here for Fresno. It will likely be the Last opportunity for the Foxes before we go into halftime. Jamal Johnson will go over to the far stick. Right-footed in-swinger Johnson. He's got Rodolfo in the box. Ribeiro looking to make a run there too. Johnson, deep ball. Del Campo gets under it, but puts it over goal.
It's good work from San Antonio. They're running a short zone there in the front of the six, and everybody was man-to-man from there. And that's what you want to see in these situations. Don't make it easy for the other team to get an opportunity.
That'll take us to halftime here at Toyota Field. Alex Bruce, the 19-year-old, in his first ever start, gets his first ever goal, and San Antonio FC has a 1-0 lead over the Foxes of Fresno. Halftime when we return to Toyota Field after this.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
It all started with a vision and a mission to put customers first and treat employees with respect. Now, for more than 40 years, we have grown to serve people, businesses, and lenders, all while giving back to the communities where we live and work. For us, business as usual is about making a lasting impression on the lives of our customers, employees, and communities. We invite you to learn more about how we can help you with your story. SWBC.
That's what happens between Phillips. So top-tier service.
There's a whole secret society out there that craves life beyond the civilized world. If you know what we're talking about, you're in. Equipped with Toyota Safety Sense Standard, the virtually indestructible new 2018 Tundra and Tacoma.
Right now, qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months plus a $1,500 special edition bonus on a new 2018 Tundra Crew Max Special Edition. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of The Breakdown. Really excited to analyse the plays of the week this week. We even have an ESPN Sports Center #1 in the top 10. I hope you enjoy.
Great little move there from Cooper, sends it across, it's Jamal Johnson.
The first play from Jamal Johnson here is his goal. If you watch when he picks the ball up, he has almost like a 8 to 10 meter radius around him, and that's created by his movement and his space. You know, he's recognized that when he's going into the box that he doesn't need to make the first post run, he doesn't need to make the far post run. It's an extremely difficult finish, and it's coming across his body, and he makes extremely good contact on the ball. He uses the pace of the cross and slots it right into the corner.
To have a completely open view of what's happening. Oh my goodness, what a goal!
I don't think there's any doubt as to why this was the #1 on the ESPN Sports Center. It's a very special thing for a player to see a goalkeeper off a line, especially from a goal kick, because he's not expecting the ball to bounce to him, especially the way it bounced to him. So when the ball did bounce to him, I think that he just thinks, why not? And he's just showing everyone there is the technique that he has, but he also showed me what I feel as though is the mentality of a player, which is something that we've not seen yet this season. I think it's fantastic.
This
isn't anything. Francois takes it away, plays it back. Brett holds, scores!
Yes, what a great pullback.
Francois' defensive play here is what creates the goal. You know, his teammate loses the ball, he takes a bad touch, but he doesn't give up on it, and he persists, and his reaction to the turnover is fantastic. And then Brett can either do one or two things. He can take a touch or he can finish it first time. The defender thinks he's going to take a first-time shot, and that's what then allows him to have the composure to relax, take the touch, and it's a great finish.
Manila makes a meal out of that one. Now Ledesma on the breakaway, and it's 3-0 as he chips Maxime Crepeau.
This goal for Cincinnati in the 76th minute is a lot about anticipation for Ledesma. The defender makes a great decision here to play the ball in behind, and when the Ottawa defender makes the mistake, and again he anticipates the mistake, maybe if it was 0-0 at the time and he was going on to win the game or try and win the game, he might have taken a touch close to the keeper. But with the way they were playing, I completely understand why he's taken the first-time finish. Thank you for watching the Breakdown on Week 7. As you can see, some fantastic goals, some fantastic plays, and I've really enjoyed analysing them. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Explore the great outdoors with Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel's Campers and Cash Giveaway. Win a new teardrop trailer or up to $1,000 cash. Earn entries now through May 28th. Visit LuckyEagleTexas.com for details.
Come and play. Hey, what do you think that sign says?
Eat more What is Well, it's the start of a word. Something like eat more cheese. Or eat more chili.
Chocolate. Eat more chocolate.
No, it's chowder.
Chimichangas.
Cheesecake.
Chewing gum. It could be chewing gum.
That's not how you spell chicken.
Chicken Minis, the Chick-fil-A chicken you love, for breakfast.
When it needs to be ultra exciting, high flying, non-stop action, San Antonio FC Soccer's got you covered. When it needs to be high performing, hard working, high tech, super safe, built for comfort, and surprisingly affordable, Holt Cat has got you covered. With best-in-class cat heavy equipment, engines, generators, and more, plus legendary service and support, and the largest parts inventory and distribution network in Texas. Kick it into high gear with Holt Cat.
Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel invites you to come and play. Over 3,300 slots, a poker room, and live bingo. Join the new Players Club and play your way to greater rewards. Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino Hotel.
Come and play.
Our halftime from Toyota Field continues. San Antonio FC with a 1-0 lead over the Foxes of the expansion Fresno Football Club here this evening. Welcome back upstairs again to the broadcast booth. Along with Matt Barnes, I'm Dan Weiss. Great to have you with us here this evening. Matt, a shaky, I guess, first 10 minutes for San Antonio FC and a great start by the roadside for Fresno. But after San Antonio FC kind of got their legs underneath them, they were able to execute, and Alex Bruce delivers a beautiful first goal.
Yeah, that little break and play might have put a lot of energy in him there. And going to the highlights here.
You take a look at the opening opportunities there, and there's some great saves for Diego Restrepo early.
Yeah, just really showing the value of a goalkeeper at this level.
And here's the finish for Bruce, set up by Darnell King, who gets his third assist. And what a beautiful find. And the left foot Bruce, what a moment for him getting his first career goal. Here's a look at the numbers. And, you know, we talked, Matt, about possession. San Antonio FC, 57% carrying the possession in that first half after the early onslaught for Fresno. That's where a majority of their shots came from early.
That's a number you're not going to see a lot at this level. That's a pretty, you're closing in on 60% possession with, over 200 in your pass count in that half. That's really good soccer from San Antonio.
And we talked about San Antonio FC, their passing accuracy, 77% coming into tonight, so 84% now for the first half. Again, take out the first 10 minutes of the match, San Antonio FC really accounted for themselves very well over the final 35 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the key to this game is Pekka and the way that he plays off of Rafa in the middle of the park. You could see they were disconnected for a while, but once they start playing with each other and connecting passes, those two are really the engine of this team. And I'd like to see them come out and continue that mobility and working off of each other in the second half.
For the Foxes, we talked a little bit about it at the end of the half, but even though they're down 1-0 here after 45 minutes, if you're Adam Smith and the way that you've attacked, particularly at the start of the game, you have to feel confident about the chances that you've generated so far here tonight in the match.
Yeah, I'm sure they're talking about that at the halftime. I think they had 6 corner kicks in the half, and they created a lot of shots. They just need to be sharper in and around the box. And like I said, I really think despite all the corner kicks, the two center backs for San Antonio are doing a good job finding men, putting their head on the ball, and clearing the ball out of the box. So they need to find a way to do a better job.
Well, for Fresno, once again, their biggest adversary has been Diego Restrepo, who got him for 6 saves a couple of Sundays ago in Fresno, and he's gotten him again here tonight for 5 as well.
Yeah, we're coming off, May 4th, so the 4th is definitely with Restrepo right now. He's tearing it up and looking awesome, and the fans are chanting his name and appreciating his work.
Well, hopefully Diego will continue it forward in the second half. That's coming up next. San Antonio FC with a 1-0 lead halftime here at Toyota Field. Second half when we return after this.
Been an HEB truck driver for over 40 years and driven more than 3 million miles. I've seen a lot of wide open spaces and beautiful Texas places. It's the best job ever. All 700 of our friendly truck drivers are committed to getting fresh products to the store every single day. In fact, HEB drivers make more than 12,000 deliveries every week because Texas families need us, so we always deliver. This is the Delivered Fresh department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Little ideas can turn into big dreams. Big dreams require careful planning and the right partner. A partner dedicated to helping you take care of your employees, protect your business, and plan for the future. It's sometimes overwhelming. It's often exciting. It's your story, and we can help. SWBC.
Welcome back to Toyota Field. San Antonio FC with a 1-0 lead over Fresno at halftime. The second half coming up here momentarily. Around the rest of the USL this evening, everybody else is looking for a goal tonight. OKC Energy and Swope Park Rangers scoreless in the 74th minute. Colorado Springs and Reno scoreless in the 71st minute. And St. Louis and Portland, they're the half at Providence Park, and they are scoreless as well for San Antonio FC coming into tonight's game. Tied for 10th in the West and tied for 21st in goal differential. They've evened that up here tonight, and I'll try to get the 3 points in the second half when we return.
Hey, what do you think that sign says?
Eat more what is well, it's the start of a word. Something like eat more cheese. Or eat more chili.
Chocolate. Eat more chocolate.
No, it's chowder.
Chimichangas.
Cheesecake.
Chewing gum. It could be chewing gum.
That's not how you spell chicken.
Chicken Minis, the Chick-fil-A chicken you love, for breakfast.
corner stores are proudly becoming Circle K, home of the Polar Pop Cup. That's right, you can enjoy any size Polar Pop Cup filled to the brim with your favorite flavor for just 79 cents at any corner store. Nothing stays cold longer, and the Polar Pop Cup is the best way to quench your thirst. Stay refreshed all day long for just 79 cents. Corner store, proudly becoming Circle K.
I've been an HEB truck driver for over 40 years and driven more than 3 million miles. I've seen a lot of wide open spaces and beautiful Texas places. It's the best job ever. All 700 of our friendly truck drivers are committed to getting fresh products to the store every single day. In fact, HEB drivers make more than 12,000 deliveries every week because Texas families need us, so we always deliver. This is the Delivered Fresh department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
When it needs to be ultra exciting, high flying, non-stop action, San Antonio FC Soccer's got you covered. When it needs to be high performing, hard working, high tech, super safe, built for comfort, and surprisingly affordable, Holt Cat has got you covered. With best-in-class cat heavy equipment, engines, generators, and more, plus legendary service and support, and the largest parts inventory and distribution network in Texas. Kick it into high gear with Holt Cat.
Start of the second half here at Toyota Field. San Antonio FC with a 1-0 lead over Fresno. The goal by Alex Bruce, the 19-year-old getting the first goal of his professional career. And for Bruce, the product of nearby Tompkins High School just outside Houston and playing at the national level, the Houston Texans Academy. And boy, what a moment for him. His first start going into that number 9 role here tonight in place to the injured Ever Guzman, who got hurt last week in Las Vegas. And just a great ball through from Darnell King on the outside. Bruce gets that left foot on it, and he'll remember tonight, Matt, for a lot of reasons. But you get that first goal on that first shot attempt in your first start. Can't break it down better than that, can you?
No, what an awesome night for the 19-year-old. And I'll tell you, it's got to give the whole organization confidence, as we move forward. Because with Guzman out tonight, now you have another player that can come off the bench and produce for you.
Well, San Antonio FC, who was tied for 15th a year ago in goals, 45. And their bread and butter, no doubt about it, was their goalkeeping and their defense. But obviously lost some pieces in the offseason, and it's a new group up front as well. They were looking for offense. As we talked about a couple of times here as we're underway in the second half, just 4 goals in the first 6 games. Nobody was necessarily panicked, but certainly they were wondering when the balls were going to start finding the back of the net. Well, they did last Friday in Las Vegas, and Jose Escalante gets on the board last week, and now Alex Bruce gets on the board here tonight. So now you're starting to figure out who those players are that are going to be able to deliver for you offensively and should really give just about everybody in the organization a sigh of relief.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, the hardest thing to do in the game is score goals, and sometimes that takes a while.
So our second half underway, again with our entire crew. Along with Matt Barnes, I'm Dan Weiss. Great to have you with us at Toyota Field. San Antonio FC, they will travel to Rio Grande Valley next weekend and then return on the 19th of May against Tulsa. It'll be our first of 9 telecasts this season locally on Fox Sports Southwest. Rodolfo, as he's brought down by Rashandel, the foul. And Fresno, who again opened the game with numerous scoring chances in the first 10 minutes, twice almost found the back of the net. Diego Restrepo coming up with 2 huge saves before Alex Bruce opened his bank account in the 20th minute. And now San Antonio FC looking to finish off the Foxes, who have not lost since the opening week of the season. Castillo will play to the outside. Escalante making the run as he tries to slip in behind Fittis, who has done very well for himself. And now Fittis called for the foul. You mentioned it's Bruce's first start. It's Fittis' first start as well here tonight. Also his pro debut in this game.
Yeah, Fittis is off to a good start. Other than that foul, he's turned Escalante, you know, facing his own goal, and just don't need to foul in that situation. It puts San Antonio in a real good spot early in this second half.
Been a fun matchup to watch tonight, though. Fittis with his speed on the outside and the skill and footwork of Escalante.
Yeah, great matchup.
Set piece for San Antonio FC. Making the run into the box, Darnell King, but the ball never came to him as Jamal Johnson got underneath it to head it away, and now Johnson will deliver it upfield. Pekka will settle back and play to Diego Restrepo.
Diego's smart enough to hold that ball for a minute. Both of his center backs were up in the box attacking, and lets everybody reset and get themselves organized.
King will keep it alive as he gets it on frame there to Kyle Rainish. Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Castillo concedes possession here. Cooper on the outside. Hamden Feo. Sasares. Del Campo. Ribeiro. And taken away here by King. It's off Castillo. Cooper. And Ribeiro battling with Omar Gordon there for the ball. Pekka slips free of Danny Barrera's rush in San Antonio FC. Go to the opposite side. Cochran. Nice run by Escalante. And wins the ball away from Del Campo. Into the box. Escalante to the outside, still holding. Escalante with the attempt. Oh, and it's right off, unbelievably, of Sonny Guadarrama and right back to Kyle Rainish. Oh, man.
Oh, he's going to have nightmares about that one.
If Guadarrama catches that with any other part of his foot, it's in the back of the net.
I think it's almost harder to play the ball backwards than into the net from that spot.
The Foxes trying to counter here and make San Antonio pay for the miscue, like San Antonio FC did earlier in the match. The miscue by Rodolfo. Cooper. An errant pass upfield, taken away by Gordon. Switching ends. Castillo can't get to it. Here's Verhoeven. Very good first half for the 18-year-old Verhoeven. Looking to continue on here into the second half. We'll send Fittis off to the races, and Fittis is playing it a little bit too far beyond.
Here, what great work from Escalante here. Just turns and holds the ball up. And great ball across the face. Just really unlucky not to put that away. But that changes the game at 2-0. That's one you got to put away.
Well, looking at it again, I wonder if he doesn't even touch it, does that ball just end up in the net itself? Castillo. Escalante. Boy, he's been really good here tonight on the outside. Rafa. With a slip ball for Guadarrama. And Jamal Johnson now with Fresno. Johnson returning back to Kyle Rainish. He booms this one to the San Antonio FC bench. Camden Feo. Pekka got under it, conceded Sasadas to the outside. Johnson. A throw in here for the Foxes. Early moments of the second half. San Antonio FC are the only goal tonight. Rodolfo keeps the play moving. Del Campo Verhoeven. Rodolfo, nice little give and go with Barrera. Barrera, though, got stood up by Omar Gordon. What a play. Here's Gordon, pushing himself forward into the attacking third. Lost his footing, stays with the ball. And then gave it away, and look out, Johnson's going back on the counter. He's got Felix turned inside out, and now playing it across for Rodolfo, and a great play by Greg Cochran to get back defensively. A little bit of a momentary breakdown to the back four there, Matt, for San Antonio FC, but a great hustle by Cochran there on the outside to get back. Here's Guadarrama. Escalante, oh, and almost connected again with Alex Bruce.
Boy, Escalante's really serving up some sweet balls from that left side.
He's been fantastic tonight.
I feel like Bruce could have stretched for that one maybe. Would like to see him lay that big body out for that ball there.
He is a big-bodied, 6'2", 165 pounds. A big frame for even a 19-year-old, but prototypical size for a number 9 striker. Fittis, Sasadas. Here's Johnson. Nice ball, slips it for Cooper. Outside the area, back into the box. Felix defends that one away, but it'll be a corner. 7th of the match coming up for Fresno. They've had 7 corners to San Antonio FC's 1 tonight.
You can see here, this is a miscommunication with Gordon and King, and they need to sort that flank out, you know, as they see those runners coming through.
Johnson swings it to the near post, headed away from the box. Verhoeven will bring it down. Fresno continues on the attack. Johnson right at the touchline. Carries back into the middle of the field. Johnson gives it a go right into the welcoming arms of Restrepo. Johnson put a little mustard on that ball there from distance.
Yeah, Johnson does really well carrying this ball inside and really gets a hold of this thing. Diego does a nice job just holding that ball clean as well.
Felix. Pressure from Rodolfo. Guadarrama. Nice ball as Cochran makes the run. Cochran slips for Escalante. Turns back to the inside. Escalante across. What a save by Rainish on Gordon. Tracked well by the goalkeeper Rainish, and he makes a fantastic stop on Omar Gordon's opportunity. And now the Foxes trying to come back on the counter. So that's, Matt, maybe not ironically, 2 opportunities here in the second half early where San Antonio FC could have stretched the lead. And both times they come up empty.
Yeah, but you know, San Antonio did everything right there. It's great work from Escalante, and Gordon, you know, pops the ball right back against the face, so the opposite way the keeper's gone, and that was an awesome save to keep him in the game from the skipper.
57th minute. 1-0 San Antonio FC the lead. Twice close to making it 2. King concedes possession. Johnson for Cooper. Camden Feo upfield. Here come the Foxes on the counter. They turn it over on a bad pass by Ribeiro. Guadarrama's run over by Ribeiro, of course, is sitting on a yellow card that he picked up in the first half, but they play on. Here's Fittis. Good speed there on that right flank. You know, Fittis will pull it back, gives it back to Del Campo. Camden Feo will switch ends, give it back to Ribeiro. Pedro Ribeiro, the orchestrator from the midfield, trying to find Cooper, and Just not a great ball. Cochran. Guadarrama, nice play back, or excuse me, Escalante with a nice play back. Castillo. Gordon. Gordon. He didn't do great with that one, trying to, I don't know whether he was trying to cross or go on frame there.
Well, you hope he's trying to cross because he just got a ball. Rafa dropped that thing on a dime into his foot, so I think he just mishit it.
Oh, you talk about Escalante's given some great balls tonight. Rafa Castillo's given some excellent balls as well in this game.
Yeah, they've both been really good. And again, I really like what I'm seeing from Powell and the crew here because, you know, San Antonio's not sitting back on their lead right now. They're up pressing high and trying to win the ball in the attacking third. It's exciting to see that from San Antonio.
Guadarrama, and Rainish makes the save. And San Antonio FC will earn their second corner. This one didn't seem as dangerous, but Rainish not taking any chances. Second Circle K corner kick of the night for San Antonio FC. It'll be Rafa Castillo, who took the earlier one, left-footed in-swinger. Play it short. It deflects to the back post. Comes out top. Guadarrama gave it a go. It was blocked back to the outside. Guadarrama back of the ball. In a battle with Cesades. Who will play outside. Here's Cochran. San Antonio FC will settle back. Here's Darnell King. Castillo. You see Pekka has almost slipped back now to the back line. No surprise to San Antonio FC with that 1-0 lead. Don't want to give up anything on their third of the field. Escalante with space. Well, a lot of room for Escalante here. And now we'll return it to Rafa Castillo. Gordon, boy, nice move there around Ribeiro. Gordon! And deflected back into the area. And then King, a little excessive contact there on Danny Barrero. Tries to go after the ball. He ended up wrapping up both arms there on Darnell King. And they'll separate.
Yeah, it gave him a soft touch. I can see where the ref would call it, but you know that's smart play as well from Barrera. He saw it coming.
Through 1 hour of this match, San Antonio FC with a 1-0 lead. Alex Bruce, the only goal tonight, the 20th minute. Beautiful finish on the delivery into the box from Darnell King. Here's Verhoeven. He's been close a couple of times himself tonight. Cesades. Great ball to the outside and then promptly given away by Danny Barrera. Gordon with some daylight. Darnell King. Gordon went down. San Antonio FC continues here. Omar Gordon. Will they get up now? The sitting position. Guadarrama parried down by Rainish. Nearly fumbled it away. Alex Bruce was waiting to pounce. Rainish able to come up with it. Omar Gordon is back up to his feet. Appears to be okay.
That thing came in hot. I think Rainish had a little trouble dealing with that.
Getting ready for our first substitute of the match here momentarily. Renato Bustamante about to come in for Rodolfo's about to get under this ball in the area. He does. Nice little back pass, Johnson, and the equalizer evens the game at 1. Jamal Johnson, his 4th goal of the season. '63rd minute for the 33-year-old Jamal Johnson, 36th career goal at the senior level. What a little pass, beautifully done there by Rodolfo.
Yeah, it's the same type of thing we talked about in the first half. That the keeper, hits a long ball and puts your both center backs in bad positions, and just not good coverage for each other in that situation. Those type of goals shouldn't happen at this point.
So Rodolfo with the assist, and then is promptly substituted out for Renato Bustamante in the 63rd minute. But Jamal Johnson's team-leading 4th goal on his 13th shot of the season.
Really nice finish from Johnson. Fantastic goal from his part.
Cooper, back post. Restrepo brings it down. So even at 1, and as Guadarrama is run over from behind by Alex Cooper, and we'll see if Cooper goes into the books. It looks like he will here in the 64th minute. Alex Cooper, 2nd yellow of the season in the 64th minute. So Cooper and Ribeiro sitting on a yellow now for Fresno. Pekka sitting on a yellow for San Antonio FC. Matt, Fresno came into tonight's game. They were tied with the Las Vegas Lights for the most fouls in USL play this season, 115.
Yeah, sometimes you just see some silly fouls. I'm not sure that deserved a yellow card, to be fair, but referee saw it differently. Maybe thought it was a professional foul in that instance.
Guadarrama into the area. Bruce trying to get under it. Can he make the turn? Taken away. Bruce, though, nicely done to get back to it. And deflected away from Pekka. Bounces to Guadarrama. Camden Feo battling him off for the ball. We play on. Omar Gordon back into the box. Knocked away from him in a corner for San Antonio FC. Well earned there by Alex Bruce, Sonny Guadarrama, and then eventually Omar Gordon with good work there in the area.
Yeah, that all comes from Bruce. Just a big, strong teenager right there, holding guys off and battling for the ball. Played the ball a little bit soft as he dropped it in, but really good job from the big boy.
Castillo parried away there by Rainic. Get it much to the outside. Cesadas will deliver it out of harm's way. I was going to make the point, Matt, not that I don't think San Antonio FC has really changed their approach here in the second half, but what does 1-1 now do instead of 1-0 here over these last 30 minutes?
I don't know. It's going to be interesting because neither team has really changed anything about the way they're playing or what they're trying to do, but somebody's going to have to if they want to win this game. And if I'm Fresno right now, I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep attacking those 2 center backs until they figure it out. And San Antonio is just looking back on, boy, we had 2 golden opportunities to put this game away, and now we're here in a dogfight.
It seems almost karma, again, those 2 opportunities that Fresno misfired on earlier in the match to go ahead. The San Antonio FC came down the field and scored. And here in the second half, the opportunities for Guadarrama and Gordon. And it's Jamal Johnson with the equalizer. And now it's San Antonio FC with a chance. Oh, off the bar, and it deflects back in. Sonny Guadarrama, San Antonio FC into the 2-1 lead.
Sonny just dropped a bomb and got a little bit of luck there as well, but what a strike. What a strike. Here on the replays, all the way out on the touchline, and just gets a hold of this. The ball's off the back of the goalkeeper, and sometimes you need a little bit of luck, and they got it there. 2-1, and we'll see how this game opens up now.
First goal for Sonny Guadarrama in the 67th minute for San Antonio FC. They give him a 2-1 lead. And another substitution here for Fresno.
Dan, I think San Antonio's really got to start doing what they've been doing well in this game now, and that's keeping possession of the ball, moving Fresno around, making them chase the ball a little bit more than they are. And if they can do that, I think they can. They can handle the rest of this match.
Argueta comes on here for Barrera. San Antonio FC still with the 11 on the field that started the game. That's the Foxes again on the attack. This one into the box. Out top, Sasadas gives it a go. And they're going to say deflected by San Antonio FC. And a corner here for Fresno. And Restrepo again comes up hobbling a little bit.
Golden opportunity there. That ball was set really well backwards and a good strike on it.
That was Bustamante, the substitute that just came on a moment ago for Rodolfo. This is Jamal Johnson with a ball to the back post, parried away there by Restrepo, lifted out by San Antonio FC. Sent back into the area. Darnell King will get under it and send it upfield. And yeah, Guadarrama pushing forward, looking for that, and it was broken up, coming back. Guadarrama into the box, Bruce offside.
Ooh, that was close. Good run from Bruce, just needs to watch himself on that, keep himself on side. See Darren Powell helping with a quick ball for the throw in there too. Well done, coach.
Scoring summary tonight, Alex Bruce in the 20th minute to give San Antonio FC the 1-0 lead. Jamal Johnson in the 63rd minute with the equalizer for Fresno to level the game at 1. Sonny Guadarrama with a kiss off the post and off the back of Kyle Rainish in the 67th minute to put San Antonio FC back ahead 2-1. The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. The foul on Bustamante. And Pekka looks a little gassed here.
Yeah, clearly a foul. I don't know what he hurt there. It looked like his foot got stomped on, but he was holding the side of his knee there. So hopefully Pekka's all right.
Chance for everyone to catch their breath. Well, this has certainly been entertaining tonight. No question about it. There have been opportunities galore on both ends of the pitch. For San Antonio FC right now, the 2-1 edge. And a huge 3 points hanging in the balance early on in the season. Week number 8 of USL play.
Referees called Pekka back on.
Worked away from Johnson tonight. San Antonio FC, hits that first quarter pole of the season and kind of gives you a good indication of where your group is at here as you get into the grind of the year, the summer months especially here in South Texas. But for Darren Powell, starting to see his team come through and execute offensively, has been a good story for them here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I had a feeling they were going to put in more than one goal tonight, and Now they just have to manage the game. With 20 minutes or so left, they're going to have to figure out a way to keep a Fresno team that's going to start attacking furiously and get back into this game.
Looks like Ribeiro hurt himself there trying to play the ball, and it opens it up for Omar Gordon. Gives to Guadarrama. Right, the return ball back, taken away, and with possession here, and Camden Feo with the little push off there on Guadarrama. They'll come back and look on Ribeiro, who went down after trying to play the ball at midfield.
Yeah, I don't like seeing this at all. Ribeiro dropped real quick and his hands went straight to his knee. So I hope that's, you hope it's a cramp. But you hate to see guys drop that quick. And
yeah, especially on a non-contact situation as well, too.
Can't tell if he's testing the knee there or if it's actually a cramp.
It's like that left knee.
Yeah.
Kind of buckled on him a little bit. Looks like he's okay, though. Maybe just, sometimes twisted it.
Yeah, that was weird, but I'm glad the big man's all right.
He's a key part of their early season success. 27-year-old who was selected by Philadelphia Union in the 2014 supplemental draft, the 15th pick. It's 12 goals in 72 career games. That's a hard foul from behind on Ryan Felix. And he will go into referee Michael Radchuk's book here in the 74th minute. We'll join Pekka sitting on a yellow card.
Yeah, and that you can just see Felix run right through the back of him there, and it's a silly spot to give that foul away as well, because they're not going to do anything with the ball there. But as soon as the foul's called, it's putting you in a difficult spot to defend. So now you're going to see Johnson most likely whip this ball into the box, and could be something dangerous here.
A set piece here for the Foxes in the 75th minute. Johnson, good ball into the area. It ended up going off Camden Feo, who found himself in a really good spot there at the top of the six, just unfortunately couldn't do anything with it.
That's right, and you just got, you want to see San Antonio have some discipline here. You don't, you want to let this, if you're going to give up a goal, make a team break you down. It's a good ball inside, gets a free header. Unfortunately, he didn't do anything with it.
Johnson. Pekka. Bruce. Here's Castillo. To the outside. Escalante had it knocked away. Keep up to date with all the best social media from around the USL as Kelsey Steele hosts Off the Post every Friday through the league's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram feeds. Ronnie Argueta, 3-year member of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks and their captain from a year ago. On as a second-half substitute for Danny Barrera. Argueta with the ball here in between two San Antonio FC defenders. Lost possession. And a nice weaving of his way through midfield traffic by Pekka as he gets it upfield now to Omar Gordon.
Tell you what, if you're a young kid out there and you want to watch a midfielder or defensive midfielder do the work, you need to watch Pekka. The more I watch him, the more I appreciate him. He's so smart. Tactically his IQ is really high and just does everything right. Such a pleasure watching him play.
Great challenge by Escalante to win the ball away. And now it's Guadarrama onto the outside, making the run Trying to go through two Foxes. He concedes possession. Fresno. About 15 minutes or so remaining. Down to the game, 2-1. Jamal Johnson got them level. But their keeper, Kyle Rainish, inadvertently put Sonny Guadarrama's rebound into the back of the net just moments later to give San Antonio FC their 2-1 lead. And Darren Powell has left his 11 out on the field throughout the match. No substitutes yet, and they're all getting loose there in the corner, but that's where they remain for now. Gordon, nice ball back to Bruce. Bruce just misses that back post.
Yeah, you got to put that ball on target. You know, when you're in the box in those situations, you just got to find the target for rebounds, goals, goal kicks. And this is kind of the classic miss under pressure. He hits the outside of the ball, misses right foot, left post. Really like to see the kid put that on frame and do something with it there.
Third and final substitute for Fresno tonight. Christian Cheney in the 79th minute comes on for Pedro Ribeiro, who just went down moments ago. Was able to get back up and continue, but his night will come to an end. Another former member of that Sacramento Republic attack, Christian Cheney, making his 7th appearance of the season. And again, Darren Powell is yet to go to his bench tonight. Here's Johnson. Bustamante. Argueta. To the outside. Fittis. Verhoeven. Verhoeven. Nice ball. Just wide of goal, though. Well, they have not worked that right side as much in the second half with Fittis and Verhoeven, who were very, very good in the first half.
I don't understand it because those kids both have just loads of pace, and Verhoeven's just exciting when he gets on the ball. He's making things happen. Finished product isn't always there, but if I'm Fresno, I'm putting the ball out to that kid as often as I can.
That's a push off by Cooper. Remember, he's sitting on a yellow card as well. The 80th minute here in San Antonio. The home side up 2-1, looking for 3 points and trying to leapfrog Fresno and get into the top 8 of the Western Conference. Cochran over the top, looking for Bruce. And this time was defended well by Del Campo. It's, I'm sure, tough for some coaches who have probably very little in terms of a scouting report on Alex Bruce. But that'll certainly come quickly for what he has done here tonight, making himself impactful in the game in the area.
Sure has. He's done all the things you'd expect out of a number 9. He's held the ball high. He's scored a goal. He's challenging on balls in the air, and so far, just doing everything right.
Sasadas, nice ball. Bustamante couldn't get to it, was just behind his right foot. Back to Jamal Johnson. To the outside, here's Verhoeven with an opportunity. What a save again by Diego Restrepo.
This kid's having a game, I'm telling you. He's on point tonight. See Johnson putting that ball, it's out on his left foot. Just takes a good rip, and great save from Restrepo.
Headed away there by Darnell King. King coming back on the ball, will lift it upfield. Gordon returns to King. Now it opens up for San Antonio, but King concedes possession, and the momentum for San Antonio was moving forward. They got to work back a little bit as Darnell King will slow it up here. Well, they listened to us, Matt. They went out back to Verhoeven there on that last sequence, and I think made us look good up here at least.
As they should. Now San Antonio's going to be they need to be careful. They haven't used a sub. There's tired legs out there, and you got King and Gordon running rampant up the right side. You give a ball away there, and it's leaving them exposed in those areas. Just need to be real smart right now in how they manage the last 10 minutes of this match.
Cooper upfield. Cheney. And now Darnell King will get back to it. Diego Restrepo has had at least 3 highlight reel saves in the match tonight. Hamden Feo kept it alive. Cheney. Tackled from behind by Omar Gordon, and now he'll go into the books. First yellow of the year to Omar Gordon. 3rd yellow tonight for San Antonio FC. This one coming in the 83rd minute. That was a hard challenge from behind.
It was. Deserved a yellow there, and you might be seeing some tired legs with tired tackles there.
Set piece here for Fresno. Jamal Johnson. Chips this one outside the area. Whistle. Inadvertent, we'll see. Gonna do it again.
Fresno just had the ball in this spot minutes ago. Try something different here.
Restrepo comes out, climbs the ladder as he brings it down. About to cross into the 85th minute. San Antonio FC will have the throw in and a 2-1 lead here over Fresno. Well, back tap from Bruce to Guadarrama. Back to Bruce outside. And he sent it wide of goal. You're going to look back on the tape tonight and probably think he should have had a hat trick in this game.
Yeah, he has to. just again, those are just immature moments from a young kid. He's, trying to lace a ball almost inside the 6, doesn't even hit the frame, and it's just so important that in high percentage finishing opportunities you hit the frame there. Learning experience for him.
Jamal Johnson has done well for himself tonight. He's got the Foxes' goal this evening, his 4th of the year. Upfield, Bustamante trying to bounce there off Pekka. Keeps play moving to the outside. Here it comes. Cooper into the area, headed out there by Felix. On the counter here for San Antonio, Guadarrama. Trying to slip this one upfield for Bruce and defend it away. San Antonio FC's next home game coming up 2 weeks from tonight on May 19th. It'll be our first telecast on Fox Sports Southwest. San Antonio FC will take on their regional rival, the Tulsa Roughnecks, in a rematch from the Western Conference quarterfinals of a year ago. Won by San Antonio FC in stoppage time on a penalty taken by Ever Guzman. Bruce into the area, goes down. Back upfield, here comes Fresno. Bustamante delivers to the outside. Fittis will go quickly upfield and join Verhoeven. Bustamante to Ronnie Argueta. Back to midfield it comes. Argueta. For Jamal Johnson in the area. Johnson just outside the box. Short post it comes, and Christian Cheney got under it. And again, Diego Restrepo really upset with his back four there.
Wow, what a golden chance for them. And Restrepo, rightfully so, very angry. Put a free runner in the box there.
87th minute. And Restrepo killing a little clock. The Foxes again not done. King loses the ball. Bustamante will give it to Johnson. Chips it into the area. Another opportunity. Restrepo comes out dangerously. He's in trouble. Bustamante to the right side. Blocked out of harm's way. Allows Restrepo to get back in. Casares a chance. What a save by Restrepo.
Tell you what, I think they're going to have to get some fresh legs in there. King and Gordon are looking tired. They're making mistakes on the right. It's leading to opportunities. Guys have their hands on their knees.
Restrepo kind of got caught in no man's land. Bustamante had to hand it off, and it ended up coming back out top. It was another fantastic save by Diego Restrepo to add to his personal portfolio of his work tonight. In swinger is Johnson. Restrepo gets up, he goes down, and a foul called in the area on the Foxes. Number 24 has earned his paycheck tonight.
I'll tell you what, he has been unreal. And you could obviously argue that San Antonio doesn't win this game without him tonight. Fantastic performance.
Well, I think we're going to get two substitutes here for San Antonio. As Elizondo and Mikey Lopez are getting set to come on. Looks like Gordon's night will end. We'll see. First will be Escalante will come off.
In the 91st minute, number 10, Cesar Elizondo replaces.
Going to get Omar Gordon will come off for Mikey Lopez. And both in the 90th minute. It was interesting. I understand that Darren's certainly confident of the way his group was playing tonight, but that certainly fatigue was catching up here as the game progressed on.
Yeah, you can see that, and you're just, you're living on the edge at that point, making a decision to keep those guys on because they've been playing well, or, do you get fresh legs in this late and have those guys try to catch up in the game? It's a tough decision for a head coach. I think Darren's made the right call here, though, giving Gordon a break here. He was clearly winded and just struggling. That's what happens when you get tired, right? Your decision-making changes, and there's just too many mistakes from this right side of the pitch for San Antonio.
Well, real nice job by your two wingers there on the outside, Gordon and Escalante, who did a lot of running tonight, and they both did very well for themselves this evening.
They sure did. Good matches from both of them.
So Cesar Elizondo and Mikey Lopez both on. For Elizondo, it's his 4th appearance of the season. For Mikey Lopez, his 7th. 5 minutes of added time here. So still time for the Foxes. There'll be a throw-in for San Antonio FC, earned by Elizondo.
San Antonio's dodged some bullets here in the last few minutes. So what you'd like to see with them is just hold the ball high and try to possess it down in here in this attacking third. Make sure they have good coverage across this back line. Keep guys at home. Finish this game off.
Campo kicking it out of bounds. Another throw-in for San Antonio FC. 1 minute gone in the 5 additional minutes. And now possession for the Foxes, and Rainish just try to boom this one upfield. Cheney keeps it moving along. And taken out of bounds by Cochran. Quick throw in for the Foxes, so they get what they want on that play upfield there by the goalkeeper. And now they move into the attacking third here in stoppage time. trying to steal a point in San Antonio. Cooper. Sasades. Argueta. Back to Cooper. Into the area. And headed away, and Mikey Lopez was unable to get under it there. This one falls into the box, but rolls harmlessly away. And a goal kick for San Antonio.
That's nice job from Elizondo there. He's got fresh legs. He's tracking all the way back into the box to pick up that header and knock it all the way out of the box. So that's what you want to see from your subs and your fresh legs at this point in the game.
Halfway through stoppage time. Elizondo was trying to keep possession there, but the Foxes will take it away. And now Fresno, as they push forward again here, second half of stoppage time. This will be a foul on Fresno on the outside, as Verhoeven got tangled up.
Yeah, just again, you see Pekka just doing his job. He's screening the back line and just picks that ball off. It's such a good game for him. He won't show on the stats tonight, but he was incredible on the field.
Now, there are a lot of candidates, I think, for man of the match if this result holds for San Antonio FC. Guadarrama, the man with the ball, certainly in that conversation, and he'll earn a corner for San Antonio FC. But Matt, to your point just a moment ago, I don't think San Antonio FC is where they are tonight without the, I want to call it, heroics of Diego Restrepo in the net this evening.
Yeah, if they pull this off, that's a no-brainer for me. They don't win this game without him tonight, and just an absolutely incredible individual performance from him.
Fourth corner for San Antonio. They'll play it short. And they'll take another one with Elizondo on the outside for a throw-in. And killing some clock here. 1 minute or so left in stoppage time. And sitting in a good position, trying to see this result through. Elizondo. And the Foxes will finally get it away. And Fresno's got to hurry. Punched away from Castillo. Ryan Felix just drives this one away. Maybe one last rush upfield here for Fresno. Not much time left, though. Challenge for San Antonio as they work it upfield. Verhoeven. And that'll do it. San Antonio FC, back-to-back wins. Sonny Guadarrama with a game winner. Diego Restrepo, dynamite in the net. And San Antonio FC, 2-1 winners tonight over the Fresno Foxes for their third victory of the season.
Congrats to the San Antonio team. That's going to build a lot of confidence for them moving forward and scoring multiple goals in back-to-back games. You got a goalkeeper that's playing like this, good things can happen.
Well, Diego Restrepo, last year's goalkeeper of the year in the USL, and he has looked the part here over the last 3 weeks as he comes up with 7 saves tonight to give San Antonio FC the victory. Matt, pleasure. Great to see you.
As always, thanks for having me.
We'll see you back here later this summer, I'm sure. Your club season continues next Saturday, back on the road. They'll face off against Rio Grande Valley FC. Kickoffs at 7:30. You can watch all the action on ESPN+. Now for our entire crew and Matt Barnes, I'm Dan Weiss. Thanking you for joining us tonight. Our final from Toyota Field, San Antonio FC 2, Fresno FC 1. This has been a presentation of the USL and Spurs Sports and Entertainment. So long, everybody.